Welcome to a roguelike spaceship simulator focused on exploration, ship management, and tactical battles like no other. This is the shortest trip to Earth, and it is currently out on Steam. If you would like to check it out, there is a link in the description. This video is kindly sponsored by Iceberg Interactive. Now, this is fantastic. There is currently a content creator competition going on where the best players of Shortest Trip to Earth will be in with a chance of winning some prizes. And if you too would like to participate, you need to be a content creator for this. But for those of you that aren't, you can just buy the game and just have a grand old fun time. And yeah, so anyway, this is just for content creators with 1,000 followers or subscribers or more. And yeah, there's a link in the description to participate in that as well if you are a content creator. Otherwise, this game is amazing, alright? So this game is really, really good. And you're going to see exactly why I say that. Now, there's going to be an obvious comparison between this and other roguelike spaceship kind of things. And, you know, we know what we're talking about there. But this does things on a much grander simulation level. And you're going to see exactly what I mean by that. So I have a couple of ships that I've unlocked so far. There are a number of other things here. I haven't actually died yet. I have played through at least one sector. Now, the competition that I am involved in, and anyone else that's playing this, that's a content creator, is basically if you get to a high enough sector, then you'll get more entries in the competition. That's basically how it works. Now, I would obviously like to at least get past Sector 1. I think Sector 1 is going to be my goal, but I haven't died yet, at least. Now, there is a rat empire in the game, as well as space monsters that attack you from out of nowhere, so you do have to be a bit careful, but you can see here that most of these are... Whoa! Oh, this is cool. This is really, really cool. And this is going to be added to the game during early access, as you can no doubt see. So yeah, I'd actually like to play with this ship if at all possible, but unfortunately I did not die, so obviously I don't have access to it. But this is your basic default ship right here, and I'm going to call it the Reformian. I'm so original, aren't I? Very good. Anyway, obviously every single ship has a different layout, has different stats, different kinds of abilities, modular, modular slots and things like that. So we're just going to be playing with that. Now, here's the cool part about this game. It's basically giving you all kinds of really really unique crew members, basically. So as you can see right here, we have an ex-veteran soldier, or shall we say a veteran ex-soldier, scars of physical violence, a survivor from a religious suicide cult, a fast runner, a retired drug connoisseur, now focuses on scientific work and muscle has muscle augmentations, then an adventurer raised by Gurgurkians, speaks in a strange rhythm, good physique. And then we have a bunch of drones that will operate the weapons, basically. And we also have Sweetie 1, which is a heavy-duty drone for industrial construction and repairs. And we also have a cat. Yes, we have a cat. A very intelligent animal with an augmented brain can temporarily operate the bridge, but might stop at any time to play, sleep, or eat. So yeah, there's they're all randomized. They're all randomized. They all have different stats and things. You can change their names however you want. I'm just gonna leave their names as it is, and you can, as you see here, choose your perks. And every single one of these perks has a particular cost to it. Now you can see here that I actually have 31 fate points apparently. Yes, I have 31 fate points. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. I thought I was not going to be having that much, but yeah, that's really nice. So I think what I'm going to do is a rare coincidence allows us to recruit an excellent rat cook if we pay with exotics. The Rat Empire cooking universities also teach agriculture and the use of flame pistols. So if we want to, we could do that. And there are a number of different resources that you also need to be quite aware of as you go forward. So I'm actually just going to get all of the pluses here. Just going to get a whole bunch of like fuel and organics and metals and things like that. They're all going to be extremely helpful. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to be trading exotics for some additional credits. I found that I ran out of credits relatively quickly, so obviously that's a bit of a definitely something to be a bit aware of there. And we're gonna just try to get as much resources as possible, basically. As many resources as we can get our hands on. You can also get replacement modules as well, so if you feel like you're going to take some considerable damage, or maybe you want to, you know, break them down or something, because you can also scrap basically everything in the game down into its bare parts, and that is obviously going to be pretty good to do if you need metal. So maybe I should actually do that. Spider Tiger drone, what's this? Heavy construction drone sold at a premium. Okay, so that gives us minus 100 credits, but I already have plus 200 or something like that. So maybe we want to do something like that. I don't know. Random DIY weapon module. I really don't know what else I want to go for. Maybe nothing. I actually don't need to go for anything more if I don't want to, I don't think. So I guess I'm actually just going to start the game as it is. And they actually do tell you have not used up all your fate points yet. Fate points do not accumulate. You must use them or lose them. Okay, I'm actually fine with just starting as it is. A malfunction in our ship's warp drive landed us in deep space. Stranded away from all possibilities to refuel. Our only option was to freeze ourselves and accelerate towards the closest star. 5 years later. Alright, so this is where you're going to get overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed. Don't worry, everything is going to be absolutely fine. It's all going to be pretty self-explanatory as you learn the game. But the developers themselves have said that the game currently is pretty difficult, but obviously as they progress through early access, it is going to be refined, tuned, and they're going to add all kinds of other wonderful things. Anyway, as you can see, this is our Mothership Ai right here, and she says, I've defrozen some of the crew and assigned them to operate various modules. You might want to optimize this before we start moving. I've also completed calculating the shortest route back to Earth. The journey goes through 10 sectors of uncharted space. Each of those sectors will contain an ancient one-way warp gate, built by precursors before our time. The warp gates are usually controlled by the dominant faction of each sector. We must convince whoever is guarding them to let us through. I've marked the intergalactic warp gate of this system on our sector map. Try to explore every star system on the way to maximize our survival chances. Okay, so I'm gonna say don't show the intro again because we don't need to know that. That's absolutely fine. Now, here we go. All of these on the left side right here, these are obviously resources, as you can see. These are the assignments that we currently have in our vessel, and if I press tab, I will go straight into our ship. So you can see that right here. These are all of the modules that we have. And by the way, you can customize these however you want. So, for example, if I come across... I actually do have a module here. What is it? It's just a resource pack. My bad. That's just a resource pack. But if you do manage to scavenge other modules from enemy vessels or derelict space stations or whatever the case, then you will be able to install those into your ship itself. So you can see here I have an engine, I have a shield generator, and I assume there's probably going to be someone going on to the shield generator. This person right here has a little bit of damage, so basically what we're doing, she is currently in the cryosleep bed, which is basically a way for crew members to restore their own HP over time. And then, of course, we have Sweetie One, who is our drone that's going to run around and fight invaders or repair systems. I'm going to set it to repair systems for the moment. And then we have a bunch of people and drones on our guns and things like that. We have 2 people in the command bridge as well. I'm not entirely sure whether we really want to have 2 of them there, but I suppose it will be okay. And... you know, I'd actually like someone to be on the shield, if at all possible. But this is... thankfully operated by the bridge. Now bear in mind that if you have some people in the command bridge, they will operate all kinds of other modules surrounding it. I think there's like up to 4 or something that they can control. And that's really amazing because it basically makes it so that 2 people can then control 4 or maybe even more different other modules, and you don't have to have actual people on them, which is really good. But unfortunately, as a side effect of that, you will not benefit from that particular crew member's stats. So if someone is really good at operating the shield generator, for example, then it's not going to help for them to be not on it. In other words, basically the command bridge doesn't benefit from any skill bonuses. So it's a trade-off. Depends on what you want to do. Anyway, as you can see right here, seems like Alia has an absolutely fantastic gardening skill, which basically allows her to operate garden modules at an extremely good rate. She also has the ability to do the bridge skill, which gives ship evasion at a much higher level too. So let's actually select a couple of these guys and see what they're doing. They're actually bad. These guys are both bad at being the main bridge crew. So I think I'm actually going to get Alia up when we have seen that she is healed. She's dreaming of a very peaceful state. Oh, well, that's nice. Anyway, let's close that. And yeah, we're actually going to, I think I might actually scrap this because we're going to get organics and synthetics, but I don't know whether I really need it. I don't need it at the moment. As you can see, my synthetics are doing pretty well. So, without further ado, this is not like other roguelike spaceship games. You can actually choose where you go independently. So you can see there, I just clicked there, and we are now using our sensors. This is the circle thing around us that we can see through the fog of war with. Our sensor is actually right here. You see that? That sensor can be knocked out in battle, and then you will be completely blind in the area that you're currently in. So obviously you will then, potentially be attacked and so on and so forth. So let's go and scan this planet. Ruins of advanced urban landscapes can be seen from orbit. It looks like a war zone between some of the elder species. No signs of life detected. Immense size gives the planet a high gravity field. So, if we want to, we could explore it. And I think we're going to do that. We're going to use 15 fuel to explore it. Broken habitation domes dot the landscape. Signs of thermonuclear and heavy energy warfare are visible everywhere. This place could be full of hazardous conflict remains. Unknown urban technology patterns require the presence of crew for a successful salvage mission. Alright, so we can send our crew and lose 5 fuel. Think we're going to continue doing that? And we're now under attack by ancient warbots. We were ambushed by ancient warbots hiding in the ruins. Our scavenger team received multiple hits before neutralizing the threat. We decided the planet was too dangerous to continue the operation. Alright, so now we have a couple of people that are injured. And that is obviously not too bad. As you can see, Sarah Einstein. Oh, that's not good. Get over there. Okay, Alia is going to have to get out of here. This is being operated by the bridge. Alia is actually going to... I'm actually going to take this guy out of here and maybe put him on the... drone repair doesn't really make any difference. So... maybe we'll put him on the engine or something like that. He's really good at fighting off people, because people can board, enemies can board your ship. So that's going to be a pretty interesting development if that actually happens at some point. I'm sure it will. And yeah, so these guys obviously going to be doing this. All right. And, oh, look at this. We managed to get some explosive storage. Oh, very nice. Okay, so there you go. We actually did gain this, which, yeah, is just basically explosive storage. So if you are particularly wanting to use explosive weapons, because I'm actually using industrial lasers right now and an industrial missile platform. Obviously, I can upgrade my weapons as I go, if I come across any space stations and things like that, then, I could potentially come across a really good deal. You never know. A thin layer of harvestable fuel detected in the planet's atmosphere. Estimated risk of accidents during orbital operations is below average, so let's harvest it. Atmospheric activity starts to intensify during the mining process, threatening to turn into a full-scale planet-wide megastorm. The crew is quickly recalled into the ship, but our mining equipment is still in the atmosphere. Abort the operation? Alright, so we can recall the mining tech and leave, or we can risk metal and synthetics. I think we're going to risk it. The mining process went as smoothly as possible. The megastorms proved to be quite weak in the end. Alright, so I was pretty brave and probably a bit stupid at the same time, but we managed to pull it off and we gained 83 fuel, which is really nice. Fuel is pretty hard to come by, at least in my experience, but maybe that's just me. As you can see right there. Oh, what's this? I actually just came across an unknown object. What is that? Oh, it is a bunch of dead bodies drifting in space. They were stripped naked before being thrown into space, possibly to hide their origins. Looks like the work of pirates. And we gain plus 21 organics. Alright, let's continue onward. What is this? That's a lifeless planet. Ah, an incoming message. Warning. Access to this mining planet is restricted to Intelligent Bank's TM authorized vessels. Failure to respect property borders results in attack by orbital defenses. Alright, so we could fight the satellites from a tactical distance, which risk our HP, probably not going to be a good idea, or we could use long-range missiles to neutralize the satellites from a safe distance. I think I'm probably going to try that. We send a swarm of cheaply printed long-range missiles towards the planet. The satellites prove to be equipped with point defenses, picking off some of our missiles before they reach the target. We were able to destroy some of the satellites, but a number of them remain functional. Next action? Alright, let's fire some more. How many? Oh, I don't have that many explosives left. This is pretty bad. Okay, let's fire some more then. Ah, we managed to destroy the defense satellites. Their weapons were too short-range to reach us. The mining site is a mountain of hardstone with a tunnel going in. Markings indicate it's an exotics mine. The tunnel leads to a thick Christ-steel security door within the tunnel. We need to get it open before proceeding. Alright, so I don't actually have enough explosives to use explosives here, so I'm going to use energy cutters instead. We successfully cut through the security door. It seems mining was temporarily put on hold here and never resumed. There were several exposed seams of exotic minerals, and our bots mined from there until they no longer could. The operation was a big success, and we gained 75 metals and 4 exotics. Now, exotics are really good. They are really, really good to get, because you can trade them for a whole bunch of different things, and everyone wants them, basically. So any single faction you come across is going to be pretty happy to get those things. Anyway, it seems like we have upgraded. Look at this. We have upgrades available in these slots. So I think I'm going to upgrade... Let's have a look. Probably going to upgrade our shields. I think that's going to be a good idea. So let's select that slot and then upgrade it, because we obviously... Now, here's the deal. When you upgrade a particular slot, it gives the ship, as you can see by the little tooltip there, gives the ship +1 max HP, which is, in my opinion, pretty useful. However, it does cost you 300 metal and, what is that, synthetics, I assume, and 1 exotics. So we're going to do that, just because, and hopefully I will not need to repair my ship relatively soon, because otherwise we're going to have some problems. Alright, so, oh, what's that? That's the other planet. Let's scan it. Orbital scanning reveals presence of life, but strangely we do not spot much vegetation on the ground. Let us explore it. I still have enough fuel to do that. Oh, this planet is covered with giant fungi. This means eco-harvesting is easy here because we can take the fruit bodies of the shrooms without killing whole organisms. Alright, so let's research and eco-harvest. Sounds good to me. Maybe I'll get some fuel from it. Who knows? Soon after we set up our organics harvesting equipment, some of the local giant mushrooms start to glow and sing, emitting strong warp null waves that disable nearby electronics. A deeper scanning reveals warp energy frequencies within the shrooms. We may only approach on foot and without digital tech. Okay, well, we've got to send some crew to investigate, do we not? I think we do. As our crew get closer, they feel a mild telepathic connection established with the fungi. Vivid psychedelic images pour into their minds, and they understand this is how the fungi sees the world. Its roots cover almost the entire planet, and it is connected to all beings here. They realize the fungi is hungry. It wants food and promises something wonderful in return. Alright, now, here's the deal. I actually have, in the past of playing this game, had a massive amount of organics. And so as a result, I'm probably going to give 80 organics. It seems like a lot, because I only have 272. It's basically your food. And I think I'll do okay. I think I'll do okay, so let's do it. The fungi communicates it is still hungry. It needs a bit more food to blossom. I actually wonder whether this is bad, because it's probably going to eat all of my food, and then it's going to eat us. We'll see. Finally, after feeding huge amounts of organics to the fungi roots, it communicates a feeling of satisfaction. One of the mushrooms releases large spores, communicating friends. On-spot analysis detects the spores carry human DNA. Oh, that is cool. Alright, so we are going to actually take the spores aboard for incubation and research. The spores meld together in the containment chamber and within days turn into a sleeping adult human. They have no memories, but their personalities slowly wake up and are revealed to be a mix of personalities of the crew members who visited the planet. Otherwise, they are completely normal. They easily learn how to operate the ship and become loved members of the crew. And so, as a result, we have gained fresh crew, and I don't know who they are. Byron Catalonia, and who's the other guy? Ripley Moore. Yes, Ripley Moore. Very good, Ripley. Okay, so let's put these people to work. Wow, this guy's really good at research. Unfortunately, I don't have a research bench or anything along those lines, so that will not be used for much at the moment. But I can put those people on those other things. And how's Sarah doing? Sarah's doing okay, but yeah, we're going to need her to be alright. Okay, so yeah, sensor range is reduced in the clouds at the moment, and we have low explosives, but that is nothing to be too concerned with. So technically what I can do now is I can... Ooh, hello. A bunch of dead bodies. They were thrown out the airlock. Okay, so yeah, more organics for us right there. So basically what you can do is you can fly around however you want, and you can obviously then go to the next system. And I actually just wasted a huge amount of fuel right there, but basically I wanted to try and make sure that we weren't missing out on anything, because there are some perks that you can gain by exploring a little bit more than you'd otherwise have to. So let's have a look at the sector. So you can see here, this is the current sector that we are in. This is all randomly generated every single time, and you can decide where you want to go. So you can see here that Fyhrr has 3 planets that we could potentially visit and 1 fleet. I don't know what Appius has, I don't know what Leiden has, because I don't have a big enough sensor range. So technically, I could be going into an absolute hellstorm, but we're going to try going into Leiden here and seeing what's going on. Alright, so Leiden just has 1 gas giant according to our initial sensors. This gas giant has a thin layer of harvestable fuel. Let's harvest it. Ah, there we go. Yes, we got some more fuel. That's fantastic. I'm almost out of fuel. By the way, you can use an SOS beacon, which will enable you to hopefully... And now, the one time that I did this, I actually got attacked by a very large space monster. But yeah, if you continue to do it, you can then potentially get an emergency merchant to come along and help you. Oh, and now I'm being attacked by something. I don't know what I'm being attacked by, but I'm going to let them catch up. Ah, it is the Rat Empire, and a single medium-sized ship at that. We detect an active energy shield and at least 4 weapon systems. Alright, so this is a Rat Empire Lord. Alien vessel. This star system is Rat Empire property, and according to local rules, all alien visitors must pay the property visiting tax or be immediately destroyed. Alright, I'm going to attack them because I don't really want to spend my credits on this. I would much rather spend my credits on something a little bit more valuable, shall we say. So we're just going to fight. Ooh, and the enemy has gained hostile reinforcements. Alright, so here is the battle system, and obviously this would happen a lot sooner if it wasn't for me, you know, explaining the aspects of the game. But anyway, as you can see, these guys have 19 and 18 HP and shields respectively, and these guys have 14 and 10. So what we're going to do is we're basically just going to target all of our weapons onto the smaller ship. Now bear in mind, we actually do carry nukes. And these nukes are, well, very good. They do a lot of damage, but you are then going to have some difficulties kind of getting them back because, as far as I am aware, they are expended as soon as you use them. So you need to either create more somehow by, you know, obviously utilizing a particular module or something along those lines. And yeah, that's going to be pretty harsh. Okay, so we're actually out of ammo, as you can see, with our missile platform, because I literally have no more explosives to use. So we're just going to have to use my lasers, and personally I prefer lasers because they don't actually use ammo. So in my opinion, that's a really, really cool thing, and I'd like to be able to potentially... Oh, hello. We seem to be having a bit of a problem here. Hopefully, yes, there we go. This Sweetie 1 is repairing this this laser here. There we go. And now we will be continuing to attack, which is rather nice. Okay, so I'm actually just going to continue just targeting this. And it's actually a really good idea, by the way, to try and target in the center of an enemy's ship, because if you don't target the center of the enemy's ship, then it could have a possibility of missing, because obviously you don't have a 100% chance to hit every single time, but obviously whether you decide to target the center of the ship or the side of the ship has a big difference, because if you're utilizing a cannon or a missile system of some kind, then it's much more likely that those projectiles are going to miss if you select maybe the side of the ship like this or the side of the ship like this. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. They are attempting to escape. But I think we will probably have them. Yes, we have destroyed them. Very nice indeed. There we go. Our utility bots have salvaged all resources left on the battlefield. And we've gained some metals, we've gained fuel, we've gained organics and synthetics, fate points, as well as modules. And that's exactly what I was talking about. Salvaged modules. And these obviously can then be equipped. For example, I have an incendiary cannon right here. I actually don't know what this is all about. I've never used one of these before. So I'm actually just going to take all of them, and they all go into our little cargo hold right here. So what is this? I'm actually going to replace the missile platform, I think. So let's replace the missile platform with this. What does this actually use? It uses synthetics, by the looks of things. So how many synthetics I have? I have 251, so that's pretty good, in my opinion. I think we should be pretty fine with that. And I can replace other things as well, but I think we don't really need to as such. We could install a rat shield generator instead of this. Improvised repair station for drones. Repairing each drone hit point requires a lot of synthetics. I don't even know whether I really want that, so maybe we can replace that. There we go. Alright, so there we go. So now we have additional shield points, which in my opinion is fantastic. And this is exactly what I mean about this game being extremely deep, and everything you can do is customizable. Absolutely everything. You know, every single module that you see on my ship can be exchanged for something else. And I think that's really cool. Alright, so I'm actually wondering whether this engine is that good. 32 fuel consumed per 100 range. So that is... Is this better than that one? It might be, actually. Yeah, I think it is ever so slightly, but it does... What does this mean here? Hit point. Yes, it does have less hit points. So if it does get hit, then it is going to die very, very quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to just stay with the current one that I have, and then we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so there's an SOS beacon right here. I suppose we'll go to that. SOS recording, audio only. Rat Imperial battleship reporting attack by unmarked warships. Okay, investigate the area. Let's investigate. A systematic close-range scanning revealed a dead rat marine. It seems they exited the exploding ship without a life pod and died to lack of oxygen soon after. And we did gain a couple of resources there, but nothing amazing. Okay, so let's see what's actually going on here. Ooh, shipwreck and active technology is here. Let's take a look. Our sensors detect presence of active technology within the wreckage, but no life. The active systems could be automated defenses. Okay, so we could print a disposable bot for a closer look. Let's do that. Ah, interesting. The active technology was just backup memory systems running at minimal capacity. 2 of the ship's modules are completely intact. No bodies discovered. We scrapped the entire vessel and recovered the printed disposable bot as well. And we gained a huge amount of metals, as you can see right there. I actually needed that. Okay, so, whoa, look at this. We have a warp drive. Warp drive crystal type B, and we also have an ancient rocket platform, which unfortunately I'm not going to be able to use because I literally have no more explosives, but you know, it's nice to have it nevertheless. Let's take a look at this warp drive. So warp drives obviously allow you to go between star systems, which is what we've already used here. This is our warp drive right here, which is a type 101, and this is a high-end civilian drive apparently. What does this one do? Warp reload time is 32 seconds. Okay, it uses 50 fuel and it uses 4 power, because obviously you have a generator, you know, you have an energy generator, and these all, you know, all of these modules use power of some kind, so they use the energy from the generators, so that's obviously a pretty big deal too. Maybe we want to use this. It might be pretty good. Yeah, why not? Let's put that in there. It looks cool. I think it looks maybe a bit cooler than the one previously. Ah, well, I don't mind either way. All right, so I think I have uncovered most, if not all, of the area. So I think I'm actually gonna move on now. So let's move on. We've visited the planet, and let's go to the next destination. Now, if you are obviously getting extremely lucky here, and you get a huge amount of fuel and things like that, then you can go to, well, every single destination in the sector. And that is a pretty recommended thing to do if you don't get super lucky, because maybe then you're going to come across something that's really, really good, and then you're going to have a much easier time of things. Thankfully, I can actually trade with these rats, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a huge amount of fuel. Unfortunately, the rats are very mercantilistic, so basically they really are greedy. They are really greedy, so they basically want 200 credits for 100 fuel. I'm gonna take it literally just because I kind of have to. It's not like it's not like I want to be in the middle of nowhere and then have nothing. So what we're going to do also is we are going to repair. This is going to repair 1 HP. Is that worth it? Probably not. So I'm probably not going to do that. But what we can do is we can maybe then buy something else. Like, for example, we could buy a killer claw laser, which is a robust military laser made in Rat Empire, relying on a single energy ray, makes it less useful versus ships with high deflection. Maybe not a good idea. Medbay. Ooh. Slow and consumes lots of organics when healing. How many organics does it consume? 15 per 1 HP generate. Whoa, okay, that's kind of harsh. Yeah, these don't seem to be that good, but I would like to maybe get this. Unfortunately, I don't have enough credits, so technically... You know what I'm going to do? I am going to sell some metals. I'm going to sell some metals to these guys. So let's sell... Yeah, it's 1 for 1, unfortunately. So let's do... Wow, that's really not that much, is it? Yeah, that's really not that much. Let's just sell 100 then. And let's sell some synthetics as well. We can sell a whole bunch. Let's do that. Alright, so we've sold a whole bunch there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to scrap this. We're going to get metals and synthetics from it. And we could also do... Is this actually... Ah, no, that's actually better than the other one. Alright. Well, that's good to know. Okay, so I think I'm actually not going to use the missile platform any further, so I'm going to scrap it. That's going to give me 80 synthetics and 40 metals, which is just fantastic, as you can quite clearly see. Yes. And yeah, we also have some crew that we could potentially hire as well. So we could actually get average looking guy. One leg has a missing toe. An uneducated mercenary. Okay, so these guys are... Well, this guy's really good at defending from borders and things like that. He only costs 190 credits. It might make sense, but I kind of want to get that greenhouse because we do have someone that is extremely good at that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to buy the greenhouse and we'll install it here. There we go. Alright, so who's actually really good at that? Ripley is really good at that. So let's get Ripley on that. Oh, we don't have enough power. Ooh, that's grinding my gears right there. That's grinding my gears. Okay, so apparently I don't have enough power for it. So I will have to probably turn this off for the moment, because you can actually do that, which is really cool in my opinion. You can actually turn it off so you don't have to, you know, so it doesn't use power, which is really nice. And I think I'm actually just going to move on now. Maybe I should sell some more synthetics. Do they? No, they don't want any more, obviously. Yeah, no, I think I'm fine. I could buy some more organics. I don't really want to do that. That's the reason why I wanted to get the greenhouse up and running, because that would really help us out quite a bit. But it seems like none of these are going to give me organics. These might give me organics, but they're also going to give me synthetics. So let's actually just scrap some of those just to get a little bit, and we're going to convert, we're going to convert this to fuel. There we go. Because you can actually do that too, which is really nice. Okay, so let's head onward. Ooh, hello. Okay, so another battle is on our hands. A single medium-sized rat ship is approaching. We detected an active energy shield on at least 3 weapon systems. That's not too bad. Alright, I'm not going to be paying anything, thank you very much. We're just going to attack straight up, and let's do this. Now, bear in mind, I do have my incendiary weapon as well, which is the first time we're going to be using that. It fires projectile-like weapons, as you can see, and it doesn't seem to get through the shield, unfortunately. So it might get through the shield now. It is firing actually really quite fast. Oh, they have point defense. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? Yeah, it seems like they have point defense, which is preventing my projectiles from reaching them. But maybe not so much anymore. And they obviously do have a pretty decent deflection ratio as well. So their deflection ratio is obviously going to be deflecting some of the damage from my lasers. But not all of it. As you can see, they're taking massive damage, massive casualties as well. Very nice to see that. Doesn't seem like they have attempted to board us either. We've taken 4 damage. My shields are doing actually very nicely indeed. And I believe that is indeed a... Oh, hello. What is that? Is that a nuke of some kind? Or is that a border? No, that was just a nuke of some kind. Okay, well, that's actually not even a big deal. Let's tell this guy to go and do the fire thing. He's going to put out the fire. And, ooh, nice. Good amount of fuel right there and everything. And hopefully this guy will put out the fire reasonably quickly. And what did we get? Oh, we got a command bridge type Duo 2, which is, I believe, exactly what we are using. So I'm just going to take it and store it, because we can always scrap it somewhere or other. Alright, so that seems pretty good. We need to repair this. Where's my bot? Do I not have the bot anymore? Probably because I removed the bot module, right? Yeah, that's probably the reason. Okay. Well, oh no, there it is. No, it's still walking around doing its job. Okay, that's actually great. Okay, so let's tell this guy to go and do some repairing, if he can. That would be nice. And let's go over there. And, oh yeah, I actually have to convert that to fuel. There we go. Alright, so let's move onward. Can I not move onward just yet? Oh, apparently no. No, never mind. The engine is not non-functional. Because my engine was destroyed. Oh, my engine was destroyed. Okay, luckily I have this engine, which I can install, and now we can actually move. Oh, my bad. I was like, why aren't we moving? Yes, okay, so thankfully I have that spare engine. Alright, so, the conditions make it economically worthless for us. Okay, well, that's good to know. Very nice indeed. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be anything else here, so I will go to the sector and we will continue on to this place. There we go. Alright, so we are now here, and let's explore. Let's analyze that. Ooh, a large metal object. Well, we are very low in our organics, amusingly enough, because that's obviously the thing that I said that we were going to probably have in abundance, but we apparently do not. We are getting some from here. Space station wreckage. Convert that to fuel. Okay, let's just continue onward. I'm hopeful that we will maybe... You're out of organics. Hungry crew will get a penalty to all stats and will eventually slowly start losing hit points. Crew in cryosleep require no resources and might heal light wounds over time. Well, I will consider it. Thank you. Okay, there we go. The mining process went very nicely. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put another person into... cryo sleep. I didn't really want to put Alia in there, to be honest. And I really wanted to get that generator, that greenhouse up and running, but maybe what I could do is turn something else off, but I don't know what I could turn off one of the... Yes, I could turn off this. Yes, there we go. That's exactly what we should do. Okay, so let's move here. Nice. Okay, that's exactly what we're doing. Okay, so I turned off one of the shield generators, so if I have to, then I will have to obviously, you know, get rid of the greenhouse and see what we can do then, but we'll see what happens, I suppose. I'm wondering whether I should do an SOS or not. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do an SOS and we're going to see if I can maybe get a merchant to arrive. Oh dear. Yes, that is not a merchant. That is something different. Alright. There's a high chance these are slavers. Ah, stranded here all by yourself, we are going to take you with us, show you the finest dungeons, train you into a good slave. Unfortunately, I don't really want to do that, thank you very much, so we are just going to murder you as best we can. And we'll see if we can actually win this. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a problem because the enemy has really, really good shielding, and we do not. Our shield is actually already down. You know what? Ripley, get on that. I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to turn this on. There we go. So now we have an extra little bit of shield. Oh dear. An extra little bit of shielding, I was going to say, but that is not going to work out too well by the looks of things. I am probably going to have to get someone... Oh, we've got 2 people on repair already. That's basically all I can really handle. Ah, and it seems like there is another person here. I'm going to actually pause. Byron is Byron dead? No, but he is very, very hungry indeed, and that is not going well. Okay, so I'm going to have to get Sarah out of here and attack. Go and attack, please. The ship is very low HP. No. If you have any nukes. Oh, yes. I do have nukes. I have 1 nuke. Let's use it. Okay. See the nuke? There it is. It's going. Now, if the enemy has point defense, they can shoot it down. Boom. There we go. Okay, it actually did not do that much. I think this is it. Yes, this is indeed it. Death. You understand so much more now. For example, you understand that the forces of randomness have mocked you. And thankfully, we did unlock that ship that I actually really wanted. So I think that's a really, really good first episode. And if you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.